Hi, I'm Kenny, aka the Trans Capitalist, and today's discussion is about how I learned and am learning to define my masculinity, what it means, and how I present myself to the world. And this is a very important topic to me because as I was transitioning, I felt totally lost. It's like I knew there was a man inside of me, and now since I started this process, it's like, how do I present this person, this man to the world? Like, what is my style? Like, my type of behavior, personality, character traits. Like, and I would get so lost in my head. Thinking about what type of man I would be, how would I carry myself, and once again, like, what would my style be, I would first go and think about like all the men around me, especially beginning with the men in my life. As I'm not sure if I ever shared this or told you before, but like I knew who my dad was, but he was not active whatsoever in my life. Like I would see him once or twice, but to me, and even still today, he's like this total enigma. So I have no idea like who he is. So that was an example to like scratch off my list that I could not even follow. I have an older brother that you may know. I love him to death. We've been like ride or die together. But we did reach a point in our lives where like since I was able to escape like the prison, I would say, like of my mom and stuff like that, that he was able to escape too. And he went off and do his own thing, and I'm not mad about that. But he was not around, especially when I was in college. It was just far. Like I would call him everything, but it's different when you have a person around you. So of course, that's another person off of the list. So basically, all I knew was like my friends and yeah, basically my friends and other males that I've encountered like on campus. And basically I had two best friends that were like my frat, that are my frat brothers and were my frat brothers. And I would hang out with them, love them to death. We have so much fun, get into so many shenanigans, adventures, and these things. So I would say like that was my first example, and I want you guys to be aware of that. The people around you affect who you are. As they usually say, like you are the sum total of the five closest people around you. That thing is really true. So if you haven't had that self-awareness about that, start thinking about like who are the men in your life and who are the men that you hang around with, because before you know it, they are seeping into your subconscious and they are making an impact, as you know. Hanging around my frat brothers and being around them, I adapted their style. Like I adapted their sense of fashion, and like we all laugh about the same topics and ideas. But I also had this like major discord and disconnect because I couldn't deny some of the things that I did not like what they were doing and like what they were talking about, because I can't deny that I was born a woman and that my family raised me as a girl and as a woman. So of course, like I have and had a lot of female friends that I would be around. So it's like fun, the gossip, the talking, the communication, like their relationships, boyfriends. But the thing that's also important too is that I would see all those stuff too that men do not see. So like if they were in a bad relationship of like guys cheating on them, or even like how my dad was treating my mom, as like they're both separated and divorced, all those things had a major effect in my life. Like, and behind the scenes, what usually men don't see, like women crying over how they got cheated on, being played, or even especially like abuse, physical abuse, domestic violence within their relationships, or even growing up in some women who encountered sexual abuse from these men that were surrounded in their life. So all those things sat with me, and I always still have this soft spot when it comes to women because I just understand their plight, and I know how hard it is to be a woman, like how much standards in society expect and put on you, because those same pressures and standards were put on me and myself as well. Sides, excuse me, I speak like an engineer because I am an engineer, and life is like a big experiment to me. But anyway, going back, examining these two sides of that, like I'm transitioning, I'm establishing the man who I am, I'm hanging around like my two best friends, and at those times I'm thinking they're great examples, but then also the things I did not like what they were doing and other men were doing within that culture and that time really sat with me. And examining women and what they were going through, I just had this big question in front of me. It's either do I stand up and try to help correct these guys and my friends in my life of like how to basically like truly respect women, have different ideals, or being even more open towards like the LGBT community and such things, or do I just stay quiet because I just want to fit in so bad and I'm just tired of standing out. Like all my life I felt I was different and I didn't know why, and now I finally have this answer and now I'm transitioning. And so I chose to be quiet and just assimilate, and really fell into like that toxic masculinity of like cheating, running around, like asserting my dominance, privilege for like unnecessary reasons, fighting, drinking, all those things. I fell into it hard. But then after three failing relationships, hard failing relationships, and especially one that almost got expelled from college anyway, a near fatal car accident, and then those same friends that I thought were my friends who disappeared, and me almost facing jail time, I was truly alone, depressed, and dealing with like the addiction of alcohol, like drowning my problems in alcohol and whatever I can get my hands on, like numbing myself so I did not have to deal with my life. But the only one thing I did know, and the only thing that kept like echoing within inside me that I couldn't run away from and couldn't deny, is that I knew at the end of the day, at the end of the year, at the end of all these experiences, that this is not the man I wanted to present to the world. This is not the man I know I am to be, and I knew I could be better example to the world of who is Khalil Kenneth Davis. And to top it off, my first realization that I definitely want to share with you and everybody is your greatest tool and weapon on your journey of establishing your masculinity, discovering and finding it, is that being transgender is the greatest thing whatsoever. It's your best tool. Because understand that you have insight that other people do not have, other men do not have, and you have insight that women do not have. So you can be the perfect balance of masculinity and femininity within yourselves. And that is basically, don't run from your femininity. Because I knew as soon as I transitioned, the first thing I did was run from anything that was feminine. Anything. And I know it's hard because I would hate being misgendered, and I would hate the word being called she, or anything being associated with like miss, ma'am, or even like wearing pink. This is why I'm wearing pink today, to show that I've overcame that stuff. Like, those are little things. We're stronger and better than that. Because this is a great time to pick things that you want to keep that you learned from being a woman, into taking into a man that you can help improve and shape new men and eliminate and erase toxic masculinity. This is awesome. And that's the same thing I did. So I always, like I said, I always use my own examples, my own experiences. And for example of what I'm saying is, I love grooming. Like, I call it grooming now. I love routines. I love facial masks. I love Bath and Body Works. I love going to Lush. I love scented lotions. I love cologne. I love new scents, new smells. I love it all, because this is how I get that clear, great skin. And the best thing that I love is when I walk into a room and I hug a woman or something and she says, "Oh my God, you smell amazing." Like, what is that? Yes, because I still carried that trait from being a woman, because my mom and all these things would like have so many grooming regimens and all these things that I just picked it up. But it's something that I enjoy, and it's like, why knock that? And then that's another thing that I can bring and help other guys and men. Like, I help my brother like lotion and condition his hair. And now he's using different lotions, because it's like, who wants to be an ashy dude? Like, who wants to be that guy? Women do not like rough men in that sense. Like, if they're rubbing on you, who says like, "Oh my God, your ash is so great, like keep scratching me"? Like, no, nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. Don't do it. It's okay to lotion more. It's okay to try different scents. It's okay to walk into Lush, because you know what? Women actually love that. Partners actually love that. And they see that you are confident, not insecure, and you know who you are. So that is one thing that I am definitely, that I still love to bring into my world of men. And then one thing that I had to lose that I did not mind is like becoming independent and know that nobody's coming to save you. Because how can I put this? Especially like when you're coming up as a woman, everybody's trying to protect you or do things for you and be like, oh, let me carry this for you, let me do this for you, or let me handle that for you. Like, no, especially when you step into the world of men, it is, I would say, kind of cold in that factor that if you want something, you have to go and get it. If you want to do something, you're that person who's going to do it. Don't expect somebody to be like, oh yeah, let me handle that for you. That's not happening. Especially like living with my brother, I was able to learn a lot of those things. Like I would expect like my mom used to do it, or I would definitely expect like my girlfriend to do all these things. It's just like, no, this is you. If you want it done, you gotta go get it. You can do it yourself. Like you're a grown ass man, right? You want to claim that you're man, beat on your chest and do all these things. So become independent and don't expect those handouts for you. Like you're always, that's a true thing, that you're always going to be working for something because it's yours though. But once you need to understand that it may be hard in the beginning, but that sense of achievement and accomplishment of once you handling that task is the greatest feeling, and nobody can ever take that away from you. So try practicing, like learning to do things on your own and expecting that somebody's not going to come figure it out. Remember that exploring and building on your femininity first to get to your masculinity is the greatest thing you can do, because remember, in this culture, in this world, women are strong as hell. Of course, we may have been born on their side and we're not for that team, but look at all the things that they had to encounter and still going. So this is a perfect example of me exploring my femininity and picking traits that I like to keep and bring into men to help change them and make this world a greater balance. And then also things that I've lost that I don't mind letting go, but also making me a stronger, better person and be helping me become a better man for myself, first of all, more important, and also for society, to change the definition of masculinity and to start eliminating and erasing toxic masculinity. Also, this great shirt was provided by Innovation 3, an excellent queer clothing fashion line with many great designs coming near you. Make sure you check out their website and go get a shirt of your own. Represent and show that you're a man who's not scared to wear pink. So this is the first video, guys, and I hope you really enjoyed. And also, if you have any questions, please email me at mr.transcapitalist@gmail.com, because as I do transition consulting and can help you with these topics. Also, if you'd like, please like this video. If you want more, make sure you please subscribe to the Trans Capitalist YouTube channel.